We will now create a recent post section for our landing page. And because this block will go on the landing page, we will define it on the blocks page. Doesn't matter where we do it, but we try to keep our blocks organized. And let's check our Bootstrap 5 blocks if we have an element that we can use. And we can make it bigger so that we see like different blocks. So I like these ones. I think they would work okay for our page. So let's maybe drop it here. And we have to take it out to the main level. Okay, so here it is. We can hide this or even collapse the whole panel to give us more space. And go back, and here it is. Let's borrow the title from up here and copy, Command C. And we'll add it into the container. Okay, it went out, so we'll just move it here. And we copied the elements that already have the block attributes. So we won't have to set them up again. But we cannot see their settings. And the reason is that the section is not yet a block. So let's do block and recent posts. And it will go into the page sections. And here, this will be a dynamic block, and we don't have to load the current post because this block will have its own show posts action, and that creates a WordPress query that reads the posts from the database. I just change the the default values. See what I'm up to. Okay. We want to keep our visual style kind of similar to what we have already. So first of all, let's get rid of the dark background. Background light, this is, and then the divs, let's try to get away with the shadow. So we will select all three of them and disable the shadow. And then let's make the images around it. That's in the border section. Sometimes a bit hard to find. All sides. Okay. And notice here, like there is no padding beneath, like the image and the text is aligned elsewhere. So let's do the same here. So we need to find the padding. So here it is. On this div. So let's select all three of them. Oh yeah, and we switched off the display helpers, maybe in previous part, so that's why we don't see the selections. And sometimes it helps to hide them. So let's remove the padding. Okay, so we need padding on the top, on all sizes. The margin would also work, but let's do the padding. Padding 3. Actually, it would be nice to have a bit of like left padding because of the roundness. Yeah, I think this looks better. And 2 on the other side. Okay, looks okay, right? So now we need to, read the recent posts from the database and display them. So we will select the first column and we will add show posts action, but not the main loop, because the main loop will display only one post and that will be the page that is displayed. So here we want to create custom query and we will look for posts and let's give it name, recent posts, can be anything. So here we don't want to tell it which posts to load, like we just want recent. So we will order by created date down and we will display the last 3 posts and we will not paginate the results. Okay, and now we have to display the post information. So we select the image and say post featured image, and let's select medium, and also here it's a link, so we'll say post link, and then this is also a link, so it will be post link, and then here is the post title, and then here we have post date, and this is post excerpt. Okay, let's try. Let's go and export the theme and go to WordPress and edit our front page. So where should our, maybe here, huh? So let's first put a divider and then recent posts. So here they are, but we have 5 of them. So what happened? These 3 got read from the database, but these 2 are our hard-coded posts. So let's update and go back to Pinegrow. So you see the first column is the show posts, and here we set up all the actions to display the post image, the post title, and so on. But then these 2 columns are just there and they get exported, as they are. So what we need to do is select them and tell Pinegrow not to export this element. Don't export. And now we will go to WordPress and reload. Now we get our 3 nice recent posts. But I don't like how the images have different proportions. So although we could define a fixed width and height image size and use that image size here for post featured images, we can use CSS instead. Nowadays CSS it's getting more easier to use without hacks. So actually we have a nice CSS property for supporting aspect ratios, and it works on all modern browsers. So let's use that. But we need a place to define it. We could just go here and say style attribute on the image, aspect ratio, and then the first value is the height, so let's say 4, and the second is the height, so maybe 2.5 or 2.75. Yeah, that's about right. And then if we export this block, this inline style will be there. But it's not so nice to use inline styles, right? So instead we will add a new CSS file. So, and let's create a folder first to keep things organized. Blocks, and here in blocks we'll say create new file. So let's say posts, because we will use this style sheet with our blocks that are connected, related to posts. And I want to use this approach to show how we can include custom CSS styling with the blocks. Otherwise, we could also take the global style CSS and define our rules there and use the classes, but let's use this post CSS and then click and edit, or we don't need. Oh, and then we need to add it to the page, so let's just drag it to this page. And then here on style attribute we use save inline style, a CSS rule, and we will select blocks posts, and let's create a class post image aspect ratio, and say create, and now here it is. And this element already has this class. If we go classes, you see, here it is. And then we need to tell the block, our block, that it should include this style sheet when the block is displayed. So let's go blocks, posts, and here it is. Okay, let's export the theme and see what we got. Let's see what happened. That doesn't look right. We can do inspect and check the image. It has our class. But it doesn't appear that our style sheet is actually included here. So how about on the front page? Also not here. Okay, so let's go back to Pinegrow and investigate. So one issue might be that this file is not copied to the theme when we export it. You see, it doesn't have this check mark here. So let's copy the theme. Okay, it's auto, so it should be, it's yes. Export the theme. Let's try again. Maybe that was the problem. Still not here. So, I think I know. The problem is we didn't save yet the page. So post CSS was not saved, and when we export it, it kind of a blank file was copied there. Let's try. So okay, now it works. Yeah, sometimes it's necessary to troubleshoot the issues. Okay, so here are our posts, but look at this, it's all squished and not so good. So what we need? We need object fit here. An object fit, it works similar like background size. It will, when we say cover, so like it will nicely, the whole image will cover the available area without getting squished or stretched. And save. And here it is. And would be nice to also have a button, like to see all posts. So let's go here and we can copy this one. And we can just start dragging it, and then we hold Alt key to clone it, and we drop it down here. So we need to put it in a correct place. So here it is. And again, we can align it with the text here. And we use bootstrap properties to do that. And also the spacing is a bit too much. So let's make less, maybe 3. Actually, it would be better to be in the center. Otherwise, it looks like it is related with the first post. So we will select where is it? Text align. Okay. And because we copied it, it already has the block attribute, so link and label. So, okay. Save. Export the theme. Here it is. And it would be nice to have a bit more margin on the top. Let's just do 5, and yeah, that's how it was before. And now we can edit the post. And let's also add a divider here. And here is the title. View all, that's okay. Okay, and in the next tutorial, we will create a page that will display all the blog posts. And for now, let's test this one. Update, view. So if we click on a post, then we get to read the whole post. Same here. Looks quite good and works very well. Okay, see you in the next part.